so excited for this. Okay, so this is a video where I explain what the heck is going on with my program. What am I doing? What am I offering women? Blah, 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 blah. What's going on, right? Okay, love it. So, just for starters, my program is completely different from your traditional career strategist coach. Completely different. If you want a breakdown of exactly how we're different, I actually made a post specifically to explain that, where I put a side by side on my business Instagram, and that's at luxurycodesllc, and I'll put it in the description below. So go and check that out so that you can see the side by side of why we're different. But this video is specifically just for me to explain what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to spend time on. So, listen, women being able to live passionately and do the work that their heart desires is one of the most fulfilling things that we can do for ourselves. And so some might argue that you should forget about passion. You should just do what you're good at. And while we could do that, I mean, how does that feel when we do that? Like, for example, if you're good at being an insurance adjuster, which, by the way, I don't know any personal insurance adjusters, so this is not a jab at anyone. But just to say that, if you're good at that and you're good at your job and you save the company money, you get the clients happy, all the things, you're a great employee. So if someone told you you should stay in that job and keep doing that because you're good at it and it's getting you some money, yeah, how do you feel every day moving forward with that? Like, when it doesn't actually light you up, you don't wake up at 6 in the morning, your alarm clock's blazing, and you've got to be at your desk by 8. You don't wake up so excited, like, oh my God, today I get to go over claims and be an insurance adjuster. I'm just so excited that every day I just talk to people on the phone who are upset about their car accidents, and, I get to just go over all the damages, and it doesn't light you up. And if it does, and you are an insurance adjuster, that's obviously not for you, okay? Yeah, if that's lighting you up, then that's lighting you up, girl. But for other people who want to live with purpose and they're wanting more, the first sign that you are doing something wrong is when you first notice that inkling of wonder, what else could I do? That's your sign. It's your red flag that, boop, something else is going on, and you need to listen to that and honor that. Like, where are you feeling that at in your body, that maybe there's something else for you, that you might have a desire to do more? Because guess what? Those little red flags that come up to us, they don't just disappear because you ignore them, because you think, well, I'm comfortable. I mean, I make enough money to pay my bills, and I don't really need to stress myself out behind figuring out what else is next for me. I'm in a good place, I'm in a good spot. That desire that rung your doorbell is not going anywhere. You can bury it for a little bit, but soon it's going to find a way to peek its head and erupt like a volcano. Because my guess is that if you've ignored that sign, you've ignored probably 20 more signs that when we start working together will come up, and they'll come to light that, oh my God, I did feel that way. I did get that thought. Wow. Trust me. It tends to have, kind of a snowball effect. So over time, you just don't even realize how much you're ignoring your own body. So, you know, this is kind of what I'm passionate about, is really bringing to light a lot of the things that we have been putting aside for the sake of, I don't know, harmony in the household, or whatever your excuse is for why you're ignoring your own desires. But you deserve to wake up and have something absolutely light you up, because not even speaking about the benefit that we have on other people when we're passionate and when we're lit up, but the benefit on yourself. You retain your beauty much longer. You are happier. Stress kills. And so when you just kind of live in a body of fight or flight or stress or all of those type of things, and that most definitely is related to a career that is not fulfilling you, you break yourself down faster. You've got a lot of wear and tear on your spirit, on your soul, on your mind. And this is why I'm very passionate about living in alignment. And a part of that is with your career, because your career is such a big part of you. It's what you do on a regular basis. So naturally it's a big part of you and it needs to be taken seriously and handled with care. So big things that my program point out are that there are four major things that need to intertwine. They need to all coexist in your career choice. So number one is something that you love. You actually need to love the thing you're doing, okay? Have you ever been somewhere or as a customer and you can tell somebody hated their job? Did you like dealing with them? Just think about it. You don't even have to answer for real, but you can easily tell when, like, oh my God, somebody hates their job. Or worse, when you have somebody that is in a serious job, like a doctor or a nurse, and they hate their job. And you're just like, oh my God, this is like the worst profession to be in and hate. Like, don't, please don't, don't do that. Live in alignment and love what you do. So that's number one. Loving what you do, figuring out what you're good at, because while being good at something is not all that counts to make money, you do need to kind of be good at something. So that's the second thing is knowing what you're good at, what the world needs from you, or what the world needs in general, and also what you can be paid for. Now, this is not some program that tries to turn you into a superhero, okay? There are many meaningful impacts that you can have on the world while doing something that appears to be surface level. An example of this that comes to the top of my mind when I think about it is that boosting people's self confidence is a huge impact for people. So let's say if you decided, well, I've always thought about being a lash technician, you know, that has a huge impact on the world because you uplift women's confidence, or whoever's lashes you're doing confidence. They skyrocket after they get their lashes done. So that's a huge impact. So when I say what the world needs, don't let your mind wander too much, because there are many professions that can deliver in many different forms what the world needs. So those four things are, they need to be intertwined and they need to go together in order to equal a career that is purposeful, that is fulfilling, that's energizing, motivating. Um, at that point, you don't even need an alarm clock to get up. Like, you're just already ready. Your body's already set for the next day. You're already waking up on time without your alarm clock. So yeah, that's extremely important for us. We have to be able to love what we're doing. So, um, I was talking to a client and she goes, yeah, you know what? Actually, I don't want to work at all. I just, I want to be a mom and focus on my family. And that is such a beautiful thing. But because I kind of know a little bit about her background, I know that she has a business that she has started on the side of her job. That business deals with the travel industry. And so I was like, honestly, that's a beautiful thing. A family, having your children that you take care of, absolutely. But I do think that you're using the word work incorrectly in your case, because you're a business owner. And I've been a customer of hers. She's super passionate about her business. She's very good at this, okay? And so I'm like, so when you're doing your business on the side of your job, do you feel like that's work, or what do you feel when you're doing that? She's like, "Oh, no, I definitely want to dive into that more. I definitely want to explore that and make that bigger." That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's not really work when you feel passionate about it. When it's as easy as breathing. What you're doing is as easy for you as breathing. That is your passion. And if you don't know what that is, you don't need to start this program. You just have to want more for yourself. That is the only requirement. We take care of the rest together. So if you're unsure about what lights you up, what gives you the motivation, what gives you the confidence, we deep dive and we do the work that we need to get you that answer. This is the Career Activation Program, and it's a big reason of why I am not a typical career strategist because I don't focus on how's your resume. Let's pull that up here and let's fix a couple of things. While those are helpful, that is helpful. And at some point, you might need that if you're not going the entrepreneur route. It is not transformational. It doesn't change how you approach life. And that's how serious this is. We have to approach the way that you even approach, we have to change your approach to life. A lot of people don't realize that that's as deep as it goes, but a lot of your limiting beliefs you have affect the way that you approach life. They affect the way that you show up. They affect the way that you have confidence in a room when you walk in. They affect what you tell yourself you can and cannot do. So, in this program, yes, of course, we want to focus on a career that's going to get you paid. You know, yes. But we also want to focus on a career that you're passionate about. So that means you'll actually stay with it long term. You'll actually want to do it with a smile. And you're actually not only getting a career transformation, you're transforming your approach to life. So, this is my program. It's beautiful. It's challenging because if you're comfortable, all that comfort means is I am a person who is not challenged. For some people that have reached their max and they decided what their level of I've made it is going to be, that is fine. That's fine if you're comfortable in that sense because you have met your goal. You have reached your top. That's fine. But for the people who have not reached it and they're comfortable, that only means that you're just not challenging yourself. Comfort is not always the biggest sign that you made it. And a lot of the times, it's not a sign you've made it at all. It's just a sign that you are able to hang in there and make it day to day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and the next day. And a lot of this fear of being uncomfortable is what holds a lot of us back. You have to know that in order for you to go into a different door, to reach the next route, you are going to come across some things that you are not used to. But that's the point. That is the point. You're not used to it, and that's going to be the thing that changes you. Period. So, there's a lot of inner work that's wrapped up into this program. It is by no means a therapist session, because it's totally different. And if you want the difference in that, I can definitely break down the difference of coaching and therapy for you because they are not at all the same. But this program does have inner work because it's needed for transformations, because I'm not trying to just take you from A to B. I'm trying to get you from A to Z. Okay, it's kind of like the whole teach a person to fish or give them a fish, that whole saying about I can just give you the tools for you to keep yourself going, or I can just, kind of just tell you the answer for right now, but I'm not helping you down long term down the line. So, I hope this kind of gave you a better idea of what exactly the Career Activation Program is and what it means for ambitious women to finally have the permission to go that extra mile and to go to the next step that they've already been secretly wanting. So, as always, you are totally invited when you're ready to step into who you are, step into who you're calling yourself to be, and we work together and we make the most beautiful career transformation that you've been wanting. So, an official invitation to step on in whenever you're ready. Hope to see you soon. Bye.